Good morning, friends. It's Dr. Jackson again. I just want to come to you this morning to let you know that you all have been on my mind. And I just miss speaking to you, but also with everything that's going on right now, I think we need community more than ever before. So I hesitated to come, especially with everything, all the things going on in our country right now. But there's something that's been burning in my heart to share with you. So I hope that this is encouraging and edifying to you. I want to encourage you to protect your peace. As we go through all of this, I need you to know and to keep in mind that nobody else is responsible for protecting your peace but you. So that means nobody else can tell you what you should do and what you shouldn't do, what you should say and what you shouldn't say, and what you need for yourself or what your family needs. You have to determine that, and you need to be okay with your choice. I'm grateful for everybody who's taking action, speaking up, doing things, saying things. I am so grateful, but I know what I'm called to do. And I'm very comfortable knowing that I'm called to love, I'm called to encourage, I'm called to unify, and I'm going to do exactly what I'm supposed to do. And I encourage you to do the same thing. So protect your peace. One of the tools that I have used and have been using in the last 6 months, probably this year, is there is a diagram, and if I can find it, I'll insert it here, but it's kind of a bullseye diagram, and it talks about what you can control, what you influence, and what you have to accept. And I'm not quite sure who to credit for this because I've seen it in a lot of different places. I didn't make it up, but it sure has worked for me, because especially in times like COVID-19 and racial injustice and all the things, economic problems, all the things that are happening right now, the first thing we feel is a lack of control. Like everything, the ground under us is shaking, and it's shaking right now. But even in the midst of this, there are some things that we can control. So let's talk about control first. I can control my response. I can control what I say, what I do, where I go. I can control that. I decide for myself. I control what I allow to penetrate my spirit and my soul. So that means I control what I watch and how much of it I watch. I control what I listen to. I control what conversations I participate in. I control who I allow into my space. I control what I expose myself to and what I expose my family to. I control that. I control any action that I feel like I need to take. If I feel pressed to make a statement or to say something out loud, I can do that. If I feel pressed or encouraged to make a post, I can do that. If I feel like now's the time for me to be quiet, I can do that. I control that. I control how I show up every day. I control how I do my work. I control how I serve my students and how I serve my team and even my supervisors and my bosses and in leadership. I control what I bring to the table. I can control if I continue to love. I even control if I allow anger to turn into action. I can control how I handle my anger and my frustration and my disappointment and my hurt and my sadness. I make those decisions. I decide how I want to respond. All of this is in my control. So I focus most of my energy on what I control and what I am responsible for. Then there's the realm of influence. There are many decisions. I can't control what my daughter does or what my husband does, but I have influence with them. And I leverage that influence to love them and to encourage them and to try to be the good, whatever good I can be in their lives every day. I can influence certain things at work. I can speak up when nobody else will. I can ask the question. I can challenge appropriately. I can influence certain things, even if it's not in my direct control. I can influence and encourage my family members and my community. I can share thoughts with them. I can share encouragement with them. I can decide and influence how maybe they might make decisions just by sharing truth. So where I can have influence, I can be a good example. Instead of just talking about it, I can be about it so that those connected to me and those around me can see me live out what I say. Those are ways that I can influence. And then there's some things that I just have to accept. I don't know where COVID-19 came from, child. And ain't nothing I can do about it. I can't stop it. I can't create the vaccine. I can't turn this world around, not just by my little old self. There are certain things I have to accept. And I'm not saying accept everything and do nothing. I'm not giving you permission to just take the lazy way out and to do nothing. Actually, it's on the contrary. I am giving you permission and poking you and prodding you and encouraging you to do everything that you can. And for those things that you can't, choose not to put your energy there. Don't waste your energy. Don't squander your peace. Don't waste your sleep and your rest in areas that you know you cannot control. I can do my part. I can pray. I can encourage. I can love. I can work. And that empowers me. But those things that I can't change, I leave it up to my Heavenly Father. And I accept where we are today, not in a passive way, but in a peaceful way, in a hopeful way, in a faith-filled way. That if I do what I know to do and connect with other people who are doing what they know to do, I believe that we're going to be all right. I choose to believe. I choose to believe that we're going to be all right. I choose not to allow my anger to fester. I choose not to allow my heavy heart to overwhelm all of my days. I choose to stop and feel when I need to feel, and I choose to not stay there and get up and keep moving. So protect your peace by controlling what you can control. Influence where you can influence. And those things that we need to accept where we are, don't put your energy there. Don't waste your energy in those areas of things that you have to accept and you cannot control. So I hope that this is encouraging to you. I hope that as you wake up and you move about this Monday, this first day of the work week, that you can find some inspiration or some encouragement to identify those things that you can control. And I'm talking about put your whole heart in it. I'm talking about give. If you are a leader of an organization, lead. If you are called to lead a movement, lead it. If there are things that you can do and you are called to do, step on in there, jump in head first and get it done. But for the pieces that you're not called to do and the pieces that you can't control and the things that you need to accept, go ahead and say, it is well, and go on about your business. I love y'all, and I hope you are encouraged today. My prayers always for all of us, and they will continue, because that I can control. Have a good day, everybody.